Today I finished my interview with Paul Lyn, as well as take a look at the decks of two very skilled duelists. So don't move a muscle, it's time for Duel School. Today I interview Pojo writer Hector Harris and a South Florida fan favorite known only as Waffle. But before I get to that, I finish my segment with Paul Lyn. I wanted to give you one last chance to maybe go over what some of the people have been saying about your Ancient Gear deck, about how you stack your cards, and there's no way this deck can win.
Alright, that deck was created since October of 2006.
Right.
All in here after saw that deck in work. You know, it actually started to work. Quite a few people saw it in work, and the thing about it is I kind of kept it on the wrap. I took it one regional and tried with Cyberstein,
right.
And it didn't work. It did fine, but it didn't work out properly. Cyberstein, and you know, I kept on working on it. And the day before the jump, I didn't want to run the deck because it said, you know, this deck get owned by Mobius. You know, so I decided to, you know what? Game one, most people now run the Mobius main deck, so I will side deck in the 3 Wabaku, 3 Threatening Roar, game 2 and 3, just to counter Mobius, you know?
Right.
And to be honest with you, those cards helped me during the Shonen Jump, because if it wasn't for those cards, you know, I wouldn't have this crush card. As for these people who say stack, you know how many times I didn't win nothing easy during the day one. I lost round 2 to an older gentleman running a machine deck who used a BES core crystal and beat me. Okay, had 3 faces on card, and this guy broke the mirror force of all the cards. He summoned his Cyber Twin, attack, I Wabaku. I thought, okay, fine, I'll live, I can win next turn. He decided to activate the limiter and then ring for game. Wow. And since I was a lot lower than him, I lost. So, you know, if I stack and cheat, I wouldn't let that person who only went I think he went only won 2 games that whole Shonen Jump beat. You know? As for top 8, you know, there was like 2 judges per table. Right. You know, Frank DeBrito allowed everyone to shuffle the deck without looking at it. So basically, you shuffle the deck with your head at first, right. And then you pause shuffle and then shuffle again, and you hand your opponent for one clean cut, and that's it. You know, I have Jason Garbamara sitting beside me all through my future match.
Right.
You know, hey, you know what? It was just my day. I was lucky to draw a future fusion, but what a lot of people don't understand is that, you know what? I got lucky to draw future fusion, but it took me like 6, 7, 8 turns before I get overload. Now, if I stack, wouldn't I put overload with future fusion so I could actually get it quick?
That's a good point.
Right. You know, unfortunately, there's a couple of games where my opponent will have beat me, but they got scared up because of future fusion, so they won't attack. You know.
Right.
You know, I was just lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just lucky, and thank God it was my day. You know? Because, to be honest with you, I really didn't want this card. I wanted the laptop.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you did have your lucky day. I think you deserve the win. Thanks again for sitting down with us.
And I will bring up another broken deck again. Okay. I can show it right now. That's the next Shonen Jump winning deck.
A sneak peek for the next Shonen Jump winning. For Lauderdale Regional. What did you play for this event?
I play Hydro Monarchs pretty much, with a little bit of like an extra traps, like 2 bottomless, 2 Sakaretsus, and just 3 of each basic Monarch.
Can you go over the deck and like tell us some key cards to the deck and stuff like that?
Well, pretty much the key cards to the deck are Apprentice Magician and Crystal Seer, because they stall you out, you know, throughout the time. And then you have the Hydro Gyarados for mirror matches against like little monsters, for example, Apprentice Magician and Tomatoes. You know, they stack out, they come to the field, and they can give you a massive field advantage.
Okay.
And then I got the traps to back up my defense, my low monsters like Sakaretsus, 2 bottomless. Because a lot of players, the meta right now is about pretty much zombies, special summoning, and samurai. So
that's why you went with the bottomless over like the extra Sakaretsu, stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Alright, cool. And so about what kind of matchups did you face today, and how did you side against them?
Well, today I started out pretty decent. Game 1 I played a deck exactly just like this.
Oh really?
And pretty much I sided into different stuff like let me bring up something. I sided into Beauty Survivors with Dimensional Freezer and pulling the rugs.
Oh really? How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, it works fine. I take out these 3, then I take out the Flutter Averages. And I book a moon and I put those in, and it works out really fine because pretty much nowadays all the monsters require to be in the grader. So.
Oh, I see.
So it works out fine. I mean, I took a couple of losses today because people, as you can see, people drop pretty decent in this game. Something like that.
All right, cool. Well, thanks a lot for sitting down with us and showing us your deck, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Vasquez, that's it, right? Also known as Waffle. We're at the Fort Lauderdale Regional. What deck did you bring to this event today?
Today I brought an aggressive Apprentice Monarch with Hydro's main deck.
Alright, can you go through the deck and tell us some key cards and strategies that you use?
Mainly about the deck, of course, I have my Monarchs, I have Ryza, and I have Thessalos, which I use to net advantage. And then I have my Apprentice engine, which allows me to get either my Seers, my Magician, or my Vindictive, which nets me advantage. And basically, I want to empty these cards to bring on my big Monarchs, gain advantage. And then the Hydra's main deck are used to be aggressive and to basically beat your opponent down until you get total advantage.
I see. Some people have been trying away from Thessalos, using Zaborgs, because they're saying, Thessalos isn't really that great anymore. Why did you choose to stick with Thessalos over that?
I chose Thessalos because I feel that this deck nets so much advantage when it comes to hand and field.
Okay.
That a Zaborg is good, but a Thessalos I feel will net me more advantage than a Zaborg would. So that's why I picked Thessalos over that today.
Okay, so what about your spell and trap card lineup?
I'm main decking 2-part average because I'm playing 23 monsters main deck,
okay.
And I get so many out so fast that I pot average really quick.
Alright.
I put 2 Soul Exchange in case I get stuck with my Monarchs. I can sack my opponents to bring my own out.
Right.
And then you have your normal heavy preemie book for my flip effects, Nobleman, just one. So
right.
I feel not everybody's gonna be so heavy on settings, so I just put one in. And then I had my other stuff.
Okay, cool. And your traps are just pretty much basic as well?
Psalm Judgment's one of my favorite trap cards, so I'm playing them. And also, it helps out because if I summon my Cyber, bring out Hydro, and I start hitting people big when they think, Mirror Force Torrential, when I saw them, I just shut them down, and I can kill people in one turn. So Psalm's up with that. Bottomless is for all the people playing, Cybers, Hydros, different Monarchs, and, it helps out, and that's more advantage.
I see.
And then we have our basic Call, Torrential, Mirror Force.
Right. So what was some of the more common matchups you faced today, and how did you side against them?
Today mainly, there was I faced quite a few mirror matches where people were playing Apprentice Monarch just like me, or, some sort of Monarch build. And there's not too much you can do against a Monarch build except really put in 3 pulling the rug, to slow them down that way. But if they were playing more defensive, I'd put in my Mobiuses and I'd take out maybe 2 Thessalos so I can start taking out their backfield and hitting them for more.
Oh, I see. You have some weird picks in your side deck. Can you go over some of them and why you chose them?
Yeah, well, I don't main deck MST, so I just side deck it. And also Dust Tornado, they help contribute to zombies, so people play card to safe return.
Right.
And I don't want that to go off so much. So those side deck help me out with that. And also Puppet Plant, I know there's 2 in there in case I played a Heavy Warrior, a Samurai deck, where I can easily take their monster like a Brain Control, sack it, bring out a Monarch. Okay. And the 1 Needle Ceiling, yet again, I just put it in, just in case I played a Samurai deck. And I didn't get to play any today.
Oh, I see. Alright, cool. Well, thanks a lot for sitting down with us and going over your deck, Waffle. Hope you have a better time next time.
Yeah, hopefully, if I'll do good in Durham, Shonen Jump.
Okay, cool. We'll look out for you. That's all the time I have for this video. Check out my next video when I go over 3 members of a South Florida Yu-Gi-Oh team. Until next time, everyone.